Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and we're going to take a look at the Pearl RearVision. RearVision is a backup camera that you can put over your license plate and uses your iPhone or Android phone to be the screen for the backup camera. Let's take a look at it. Pearl was nice enough to send this along to take a look at, and this is, I thought, pretty neat. It comes in at $499.99, and this is actually really nice. It's metal, and there's two camera lenses there. Let's turn this over, see what we've got here. It's pretty heavy, actually. So it shows you how you place this on your vehicle. They did send a couple adapters. Depending on what car you have, that's included in the price as well. So here's some instructions. You've got your documentation on the back. And then it looks like you get a little screwdriver here. It's a Tamper Torx type driver. You get an OBD port adapter, so this works with OBD2 style ports. In speaking with them, they actually told me that this is basically the middleman between your phone and the RearVision camera. It actually has a motion sensor in there that wakes and keeps the camera active when you need it so that it's actually active as soon as you turn on your phone and your app. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit. This is a little mount for your car. It clips onto a vent, it looks like, and it's magnetic. So that's pretty neat. And then it says we have some phone plates and cleaning wipes. So the plates, I think, are magnetic plates that you can put on the back of your phone or in a case and should adhere to here. So you can just mount it wherever you'd like. So that's pretty nice as well. So all of that's included. So let's take a look at what it takes to actually place it onto the vehicle, and then we'll see how it works. Now, once we have our license plate free from the car, what we can do is install it into this bracket. So we put our license plate face down there, and then we use these two little thumb screws to attach it to this bracket so that we can attach it to the car. So instead of using 4 screws, we just use these 2, and now we go and attach it to the car. So you just have 2 Phillips head screws, whatever came with your car to begin with, or license plate, but they do need to be a little bit low profile so that they actually fit into place here. So once we have this into place, then what we do is just simply snap the Pearl RearVision into place, and then we can use this Tamper Torx screwdriver to secure it to the car itself. It just screws in simply, and once it's in place, it's secured nicely, and it looks pretty good too. One thing to note is that it's a little bit harder to open your trunk depending on where this sits. So it is doable, but it's hard to do, and the bracket actually bangs against the trunk a little bit when you shut it, so it does make some noise. However, it's firmly in place and ready to go. It's not going anywhere. Now we need to install the OBD2 port reader or transmitter, so we just plug this into place, and depending on where it is in your car, it's going to make a difference. Mine has this little thing that hangs down underneath the car, and it really needs to be secured or it will just flop around. So you'll see it's hanging there. You want to secure it with a rubber band or something like that. Once we have the app set up and installed, what we do is tap on it and open it. It communicates to the OBD2 port reader and then back to the Pearl RearVision. We can see our cameras clearly. We can shift them side to side, so you can actually kind of look around using the wide angle lens to see what's there, and it works really well. And then when you want to back up, it's really simple. You just keep it up on your dashboard there or hold it and back up. And it works great, but sometimes I have an issue where it loses communication, and this is where it gets to be a problem. Now, once it's connected again, what we can do is shift from a wide angle to a more narrow. You can really adjust this however you'd like and use it however you'd like, depending on what works for your car. Each one is going to be a little bit different, of course. Now, there's other options as well for night mode, so it sees in the dark a little bit better. Now, you can see a vehicle's backing up. It will alert me to let me know something's there before I try and back up. It works really well. Now, aside from sensing just vehicles, it also senses things such as people walking by or people you probably don't even see that are in the distance walking by, just to make you aware that there could be someone there. It also has guidelines available that help you know exactly where your car is positioned. You just enter a few measurements and you're good to go. So that's a very nice and useful feature. Now, it comes with this adapter for your phone that was also included in the box, so you can put it on the back of the phone. I've already installed the plate. It's adhered directly and has a very strong magnet. So you can place it into your vent. It just clips on like that. And you could put it other places as well, but this was the best place for me. It just adheres and then kind of drops down a little bit, and it lets me see this clearly. Now we also have the option to rotate it so we have a wider field of view, and that works well, but it does take a moment to reconnect for some reason the way it works. Once it's connected, you can see well. You've also got these options built in so you can quickly switch between your different apps such as Maps or Waze. You can do that easily through the OS itself. Now we go back to Pearl RearVision, and then we'll connect again and be able to back up or see what's behind us. Now, one thing to note is it doesn't work on Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. As you see here on CarPlay, if I swipe, there's just no app for it. And it would be really nice to be able to integrate both of those directly into your stereo so you have a bigger camera. Now, there are a couple problems. It disconnects a lot for me for whatever reason. And when you pull off the little mount here, the magnet's so strong that it stays adhered to the phone instead of the actual mount that's on the car itself. I found this to be true over and over, and while it's not a huge issue, it's just something to note that maybe they could provide a different way of mounting it or make the magnets less strong, although I do appreciate it not falling off. Now, if you're going to use this little metal pad that sticks to the back of the phone, just be aware that it's very difficult to get off, so you may want to adhere it to a case rather than to the back of the phone. I had to be very careful to get this off. If you use a piece of string or something, it will come right off. But that's one thing that you just need to be aware of if you're going to stick this to the back of your device. So that's it for the Pearl RearVision. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it in the comments below. I'll link it in the description below as well. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.